What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Team of the Year Militao. Very much like Bellingham, how did he get in? But that's been said, he's already in. He looks fantastic. Virgil and Militao together are just going to be an absolute sensation together. 90 pace on the base with 95 defending, 92 physical is an absolute joke. He's 6'1". I already like his gold card. Definitely needed a little bit of an upgrade. He did get, I believe, is it a Phenoms at an 88 rated, and now we've got a 94. Not quite up there in the ratings of 95, 96, but it looks like they're kind of progressing Team of the Season a little bit, or Team of the Year, into then Team of the Season being the top promo, and footage just to get everybody else on board. The stats on him are just a joke. You can go with whatever you like. We've gone with the anchor, 94 pace, 99 defending, 97 physical. Again, just looks outstanding. Great agility balance for a centre-back. Composure, not necessarily at the top level I'd like, but it definitely will do. And he's also got a lot of short and long pass, which is always phenomenal. Early crosser on him if you really wanted to go left back, or in fact right back with him, which again is not necessarily a bad thing for him. He could go both, but he is always going to be more beneficial as a centre-back. 11 minutes after he's released, he's currently 4 million coins. I'd expect that to drop, so in the overall at the end, we'll have a look at the price update. But let's jump in and just see how fast Militao is. Are you tired of using players like this? I would much rather have teams more like this. Then I recommend going over to skycoach.gg for all of your coaching and coins needs. They are cheap, fast and reliable, but at the checkout make sure you are using code JT11 for a discount on your orders. Back to the video. I think with him he's going to be absolutely unreal. As we can kind of imagine, he's going to have just absolutely bags of pace that he constantly can use. Should be very, very good on the recovery as well. With obviously all of that balance agility, it should be phenomenal for him. In terms of out of the two centre-backs, obviously Virgil for me would be number one 100% of the time. Like there's no way that anybody beats Virgil, with obviously his gold being phenomenal already. His Team of the Year is going to be ridiculous. Obviously being a 96 as well. Obviously as well getting the 88 pace. He has got more pace than Virgil, but in general I feel like body types, it's going to be a massive, massive thing for Virgil to be number one. Whereas Militao should definitely, as you can see already, the pace on him is that like it's lightning. You could definitely go in like a centre mid role with him and be absolutely fine. Might not necessarily have the dribbling of somebody like, for instance, a Team of the Year Modric, but most definitely will still be able to do better than a lot of players, which is just crazy from a centre back. Gonna see him here. Going to watch it. Just look at the speed of him. You're going to be spending a lot on him, but the one thing as well which is really nice, that is a heavy challenge, is the fact that with the Team of the Year for La Liga, it is all Real Madrid. Benzema up top, Modric in the middle. You obviously have Militao as the centre-back, and then Courtois as the goalie. It's a very nice kind of four that you can get that all get links to each other. So again, it's a very nice kind of grind if you wanted to go for La Liga. And even with Modric not necessarily being my favourite Team of the Year midfielder, he still will definitely put in a shift no matter which version of Team of the Years you get from La Liga. And I would dread anybody going in like a 5-back with any of these centre-backs. Pele taking it off him, but he's going to give him the foul, which is more than perfect. But a 5 at the back with any of these kind of Team of the Year defenders is going to be an absolute joke, because they just feel so much quicker than the rest, which you'd kind of expect from them, but it is going to be a problem with a 5 at the back kind of drop back. That's going to be very, very hard to break down by any means. Watching that, lovely, takes him away from it. And like I say, even with the passing on him as well, 90 on the short, 90 on the long is always going to be very beneficial with getting that ball out and knowing that you've got a safe net to get the ball out with as well. Militao coming across, a great challenge. I would say be very hesitant as well for spending anywhere near 4 to 3 mil on this card, because I guarantee, give it like an hour or two and we'll see a million drop straight off the bat. It is that quick. We've seen hundreds and hundreds of thousand drop within hours. Like literally the first hour is so expensive, and then you give it that next one. Wow, okay. And literally they are nothing of that same price. Let's get the recovery on him. It's even there. Like, I know he's not necessarily made the challenge, but just trying to gauge the speed of what you recover at, it's way better than most centre-backs that you can get, which you can kind of imagine. That is the whole point of Team of the Year. If there was no prestigious value that they don't seem way better than the average centre-back, then obviously you wouldn't necessarily pay for them, but these are definitely not going to disappoint by any means. And again, watching that run through, nice and easy, takes it away. Feels really nice on that dribble as well. It's not stocky, it's not very sluggish, it's very, very fluid movement from him. What's mental is the difference in pace, but lovely. The difference in pace between the gold card, the phenoms, and obviously the Team of the Year is literally 4 pace. The base is, well, the gold card is 4 paces less than the Team of the Year, and the phenom is 3. It just shows you how quick Militao normally is in the game, which is absolutely crazy. As we find him here, we know he wants that pass back, but it's all about the kind of roundup stats. Like we said with most of these comparisons, with the defenders, it's not necessarily how much the defending and pace goes up by if they've already got a great amount, because it's just about the overall of it. Great challenge from him there, but it's all about the passing, the balance, the agility, the composure. All of that is what you want to see from him. Why on earth is he all the way up? Got to give him a go, and he's going to win the penalty. Keeps it in nearly, but it's all about the overall view of him, not necessarily just the core defending stats. And that's where defenders, and the same with midfielders, go. It's not about how they attack, it's about the whole package that he brings. And Militao most definitely is not disappointing in that aspect. He is the perfect centre-back for a Team of the Year, and most definitely, I don't think I could have picked another better centre-back other than maybe like a Varane. I feel like he would have been very much like Virgil in that aspect of being very good at overall being a centre-back, where he has all the stats. Militao watching this wing is going to keep an eye on Zidane and Pele at the same time. It's very nice. Gives Klaus a little bit of movement to be able to get that tackle in. Get to it. He's let the Bicey go. He knows that's going to be a very hard goal to score. Recovery from Militao. It's just easy. It's so easy with him. He's so quick. And that's the difference. Normally you find Pele, R9, all of them absolutely trounce centre-backs now. Especially if you've got the golds in there now. If you're going against the top of the top, it's very hard to keep up. But we know full well this card is literally fire. Militao watching that run down there. Yeah, he's not going anywhere near that. And we go back to Pele as well. It's the fact that he can mark 2 people at once. I don't think this opponent is really too top level. But most definitely when you're going with a Zidane and a Pele at the same time, you're going to be able to do something more than the average, because they're not terrible players. Militao watching. Good stretch of the leg. Gets the tackle, wins the ball back. Militao out for safety. And again, deal with it. Good header away. So the moment of truth. What does he drop down by in 20-30 minutes? He is 2.8. And this is what I mean. Do not go and buy this card straight away. None have sold, so luckily I know none of you have bought him yet. But in general, we know that they're going to drop a lot. When it comes to Team of the Years, they just have to. We've got Virgil at 3.1. Courtois is under a mil already, which is crazy. And we've not even got to the full upgrade packs yet. Obviously, Hakimi's 2 mil. Theo's 2.2. It's just natural that that was going to happen. And I can imagine a lot of them will drop to anywhere between 1 to 2 mil. And more than likely, maybe goalkeeper definitely was always going to be under a mil. I think Benzema could be a chance of closer to a mil. Same with Hakimi and Theo. Even though they are top level, they still could, with obviously just weight of everything. With Hakimi, I could imagine, because realistically in Ligue 1, you've got Mbappe, Messi and Hakimi. He's going to be the most packed out of them. Like, that's just natural. You're not going to get an Mbappe and a Messi over Hakimi more times than not. Like, some people will, a lot won't. With obviously Militao, I can imagine Courtois, Militao, Modric and Benzema. Courtois will be number 1, then Modric, then Benzema. And to be fair, Militao could be the one to go for in terms of the La Liga upgrades, and most definitely will not disappoint. He's now 2.6. I feel like they will drop a hefty amount, seeing as though the full team is not in yet, and not a lot of people, well, hopefully, not a lot of people are absolutely smashing upgrades now, unless you are going for maybe Serie A just to get Theo out the way. But again, you don't want to do that on your return straight away. With obviously the chem style, I feel like a lot of people will choose that anchor. Turns him into a 97 rated centre-back, 94 pace, 99 defending, 97 physical, already having a nice upgrade to his dribbling, a great passing upgrade. And like I say, in terms of the difference in pace, it's not a lot. You've got 10 on the defending, 10 on the physical, 11 dribbling and passing, and obviously 10 shooting. Compared to the Phenoms, it's only 3 pace, as well as then 6 passing, 7 dribbling and defending, and then 6 physical. In terms of a massive, massive upgrade, going up 6 ratings, it's not loads upon loads of him, and it just shows you how good this card actually is. His Phenoms is still coming in just shy of 600, which is absolutely nuts. And I think Militao has definitely shot himself up to one of the better centre-backs you can get in the game, which you could kind of imagine. If we look at the major prices between everybody, at the minute Virgil and Militao are going to be number 1. We're looking then at Vidic, we're looking at Nesta potentially with a big pace upgrade, Lucio is obviously a big one, and the same with Maldini. If we go a bit further down, you've got the Ramos, the Varane, the Lucio in his World Cup version, you've got another Maldini, Militao, as well as then a Tomori and Marquinhos, as well as Kimpembe throwing himself in the mix. But in general now, I feel like we've got a top 5 centre-back choice between Virgil Team of the Year, Militao Team of the Year, Prime Maldini, Vidic was absolutely nuts, and Lucio. Until I've given my review on Nesta, I don't know how he will fill in game, but most definitely looks very nice in comparison to what we saw from Vidic, so hopefully there is a big upgrade there, and that review will be coming soon. But Militao, a 10 out of 10 player, most definitely well worth a look at, and I think if you are doing La Liga upgrades, he would be one that I'd want. To be honest, out of Real Madrid's, Courtois is number 1 just because he's the easier one to pack. Guaranteed now I don't pack him, but normally the keeper's just the easiest one to get out of a hard bunch. Then I'd say Militao, then I'd say probably Benzema just in terms of an attacking option, and then Modric. But if you can get all 4, you're absolutely laughing for links and incredible players. So that's going to be it. Let me know what you think. We're going to be trying to do all of the Team of the Year icons as well as defenders in the next 2 days. So stay around for that. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.